Well, you sure are a lazy cat. Say hello, matey. Oh, storage problems, huh? I think that's a problem that's probably plagued mankind since they first moved into caves. I know it sure has me. We lived in a 7-bedroom farmhouse for 28 years, and when my wife and I and our kids, who then were still in grade school, moved in there, we put our meager possessions in that place and looked at each other and says, man, we'll never fill this place up. Well, after 28 years of living there, when we moved out in '08 and bought this little place here, that 7-bedroom farmhouse was full. Well, anyways, we had a lot of bonfires and gave a lot of stuff away. We moved in here, a little 24 by 48 place. We had a lot of stuff to stow away. Two of the solutions that I have for storage probably aren't feasible for a lot of people, but I'll just share them with you so you know you can check it out if you wanted to. One thing was, I'm fortunate enough to live here in an area where we got a lot of small towns around us, and almost every small town has a local lumber yard. Well, as it happens, I was kicking around in the construction business for a number of years, and one of the lumber yards I do business with, one Saturday morning I was in there ordering some materials for a job, and they had a pile of dimensional lumber laying out in their parking lot, anywhere from 10 to 16 foot 2x8s, 2x10s, 2x12s. Most of it was what I call cull lumber. It maybe been a little warped or twisted or had knots, so it wasn't good for structural stuff like headers, floor joists, whatever. Well, I asked the manager of the place, since I did business with him, I says, well, what do you got to take for that pile? And he says, well, if you want it and you can get it out of the parking lot today, he says, $40. Well, now, it took me 3 trips with a 1-ton truck to haul all that lumber out of there. And I got that whole pile, which was probably 16 foot long, 8 foot wide, 6 foot tall, for $40. And I stowed it away, kept it dry over the years. A lot of it I cut up for cement forms, whatnot. But when we moved in '08, I still had quite a bit left. Well, we moved into this place here, and you'll have to excuse the mess. That's this afternoon's project, cleaning everything up. This whole basement was wide open. Well, slapped up these 2 walls here, made us a little kind of living room downstairs by the wood stove. All studded up with used lumber that I ripped down. And then, well, as you can see, we still don't have enough storage, but ripped down some more, made shelves, stack our crap on, more in there. Just junk mostly, but I ain't got nothing but time in it hardly. Then here's another suggestion, but most of you probably won't have a way to get these. Fortunately, we get these crates. We get them from a wholesaler. We get live plants in them in the springtime. Plastic crates. And they charge us probably $1.50, $2 a piece. They're too bulky to ship back, so we just pay it and find other uses for them. Well, we got quite a bit of these laying around. They got handles on them. This is a taller one. Holds quart jars just nicely. They also work good for storing our potatoes and onions in over the winter. We can put them in there. They stack. You can stack these things as high as the ceiling. They hold a lot of weight, but if you got a mom and pop garden center or something like that around that has any of these laying around, why, you know, I know we got a pile of several hundred of them at work, and hell, I got 50 of them out in the old barn there. You try to sell them to people for 50 cents a piece or whatever, and sometimes somebody will buy them or not. I stack kindling in them, and it's easy to carry. They get a little heavy, you get them full of quart jars, but they work pretty good. They work good for empty jars too. Of course, then if you really want to stick your neck out, why, you could cruise around the grocery stores and see if you can pick up a few of these out back before the milkman comes, but I wouldn't suggest it. I don't know, we got a couple of these. They didn't come by ill-gotten gains, though. I don't know where we got them, but I may be a lot of things, but I ain't no thief. I think we got them at garage sales or something. One other thing. That damn cat ain't moved yet. About like that dog I got out. I turn the light on here. There's something else you can check out. There we go, I got focus again. But these wire display things, a lot of times stores will get them, and after a while, you know, they kind of get outdated or whatever. And there's another one there too with some canned goods on it. They get outdated and they don't know what to do with them. They ain't got time to piss with them. They just need to find them a home, you know, because they don't want to mess around going to the landfill or the scrapyard with them or something. And they're a little rusty, they don't look too good, but you know, all you gotta do is stop in and ask. All they can do is look at you like you're nuts and tell you to get the hell out of there. But anyway, that's just a few of the things that we've done for storage. This doesn't have anything to do with storage or anything either, but as long as you're out tooling around looking for the cheap stuff to pick up. I know a lot of people, if you're like me, you got chickens or whatever. I used to, when I was young and had all kinds of energy, I used to raise everything from turkeys to guineas, chuckers, quail, pheasants. You name it, if it had feathers on it, I probably had it. And it don't hurt to go down to your local grocery store, get in touch with your local grocery store's produce manager. That produce, that only lasts so long, and they just chuck it in the dumpster. I used to feed a lot of fowl with half-rotten lettuce, carrots, you name it, cucumbers, melons. I mean, I'm not kidding you. I used to raise turkeys that they'd dress out 25 pounds a piece, and I didn't have a nickel in them. But anyways, that's it.